Sure that everything is at international standards. We're into the game. It's Cote d'Ivoire Elephants versus Malawi. Two invited teams into the Sekafa Tusker Cup, starting it now, and quite really sad to know that one of them will be going home at the end of this, while they look like the most powerful of the teams that were playing in this championship. But again, that might just turn into happiness for the other teams who are watching this one. But should any of the invited teams win, and they're showing early signs that they want to score goals here, should they win the tournament, then they get the replica trophy, but they take the prize money. And the prize money runs into thousands of dollars thanks to the sponsorship of the Rwandese president, Paul Kagame. It's the Malawian side playing from right to left on your screens. They've got an all-red attire. And then the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire have got white jerseys with green stripes, green shorts with orange stripes, and orange stockings playing from left to right on your screens. It will be a very big battle of wits, Bowie, won't it?
Well, indeed, it shows all the signs of being a battle royale today. And it's really perhaps a little bit unfortunate. One thing African footballers should learn to do is to take their chances when they fall to them. For instance, under 30 seconds, it's quite possible we could have seen the first goal here if QUICKAND hadn't missed that sitter in terms of a header. The cross was beautiful, but now it's the Ivorians who are also coming.
QUICKAND, who's got his twin brother, Kipre Cheche, playing with him here as well. And during the inspection, of course, the match commissioner, Charles Masembe of Uganda, and the referee inspector had to look twice just to double check on that as well. They have a good ball control at the moment, and Eric Bile-Georges gives it back to his last man, Nkais Goran Kwasi. The restart is on the left side, and it's not looking very bad for the Elephants. They've got some midfield possession as well. It's Kwajo, and he sprayed it out onto the right, picked up again by Bile-Georges Eric. And then the Flames now will probably try to ignite a little bit of their own action from their side. The earlier battle, of course, will be to settle down, try and take positions, and then find out whether or not you've got a better technical approach to the game, and if yours can take advantage of the lapses in your opponents. A little bit of a push there, but still kept into possession. And I think they've decided to slow down the game. They're playing more a 3-4-3 system, the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire. The Malawians playing a 4-4-2 system, with two midfielders automatically joining the attack when they have the ball, and then two midfielders automatically falling back into defense when they are being attacked, if you may speak that way. But Nkais Goran Kwasi still holding on to possession. Oh, they've lost it in the midfield. And the Malawian Flames, well, just a push too long. Coming from an overzealous Victor Nyirenda, who was beginning the build-up on his own on the left. And the Elephants know that they've got to do much better than that now. Back into the midfield with Kwajo. And then the Elephant. Oh, this one just makes sure that the ball goes out for a throw-in other than going out for a goal kick. His rationale is simple, that it's easier to probably pick up possession from a throw-in like that one. And they do surely pick it back to themselves, other than if it was a goal kick. Would have been going deep into the Elephant side. The last man on the Cote d'Ivoire side is Pascal Wawa Serge, who plays for Sek Abidjan. As they begin the build-up now on the left. And they're still weighing the options and trying to find out exactly what positions are a little bit weak to use. The Malawians are, on the other hand, not falling for the trick and are not coming out of their defenses. They're playing almost in a zonal defense, where the entire defense line moves in what direction, if the ball is going in that direction, to cover up. And moves back behind. Hardly opening up, and everybody just waiting for someone to make a mistake.
for large portions, especially the way the Malawians move, it's quite intriguing, really, because what you notice is that most of the time, all 11 players are in their half of the field. And even right now, only one player is across the line, as the Ivorians seem to be pegging them back in their own half. It could well result in something. You've got to attack if you want to be safe at home. And that's one thing the Flames have not been doing much of since the kickoff of this game.
A good ball onto the flanks, and a good turn on the left foot by Eric Villa-Georges. Then again, the Cote d'Ivoire side picks it up in their half with Malois Kwame Desire, the last man, and seesawing it from right to left. And a big boot on the other side. Makes it a free kick for the Malawian Flames. Pereira Makope was shielding it from behind there. And he just made sure that Zumana Kone was guilty of that tackle.
And if anything, that looked like a deliberate handball from Kone. I think he was lucky to have gotten away with that one, because he stretched his hand even when he had missed the ball completely.
An attempt at a fast break here by the Cote d'Ivoire Elephants. Again out on the right is Zumana Kone. Gone through two defenders. Oh, that looks like a little bit of a dive there. In the midfield, right in front of the referee. Oh, you have the last judgment on that one. Seems to me that it was a normal contact of football. Well, the referee again sees it another way and awards the foul. Nikai Singorana into the midfield with Kwajo. Pushes it on to the right now. They haven't had much luck coming from that side. Maybe this time they would have it. But the ball just a little bit too high for Mark John forward. Doesn't get to it. Lifted quite nicely with that move forward. Doesn't get to it. Lifted quite nicely with that move. And the ball will be awarded to Malawi. That's the man who committed it in Jersey 8, Kwame Desire Maloa. The technical bench of Kwaje Georges, Asumo Jimmy and Mamadou Keita. Very worried there, as are the men on the other side, Kinaviri, Yang Chimozi and Stuart Mbole. It's not opening up at all. It's a very clogged game. Both sides having chosen to close down any central penetration avenues. The Cote d'Ivoire side trying to use the flanks on the right, and the Malawians also using the other side. 0-0 at the moment as we play the 20th minute of this game. It's not looking like it will be unlocked very soon.
Ball advantage, but when they lost it, he had to pull them right back and award that free kick.
The tackle again from behind, and ultimately Frank Banda is the one who was penalized. This one has been picked up.
Upright actually between Malawi. That would have been one spectacular goal.
Well, talk about the storm, especially on Kelvin Kateba. It is Sieni Zoya who has it. Again, pass it forward. It goes straight to the goalkeeper, Badra Ali Sangari. And you do know that this is almost a knockout stage. Not almost, but it is a knockout stage. And anybody who loses it here will be packing their bags to go home. So a lot of instructions are coming out from the coaches. They are hardly on their seats as Cote d'Ivoire try to build it up from the midfield. Now again, it has been misjudged and picked up by the Flames of Malawi. This is Nongoneza. Gets it back from the midfield. Now pushes it forward. Trying to get it to Nongoneza. But some intelligent play by Pascal Wawa. Gets it to his goalkeeper, Badra Ali Sangari. 27 minutes of play got by. And the Malawians have rattled the bar, the side bar, as they still try to make further inroads. on the clash of styles, obviously providing for some very good entertainment in the midfield play, but you do know how more entertaining it can become when there is a goal. Beautiful ball into the midfield. Oh, but that quick touch by Kwajo was a little bit too long. They still pick it up again now, and they're powering it onto the right flank now. It's kept in play by Mark Guan, and ultimately Mark Guan is fouled by Mnongoneza. His opposite, number 4. The fans don't quite agree with it. Well, and I have got a chance to see it again. They don't think there was anything about that touch and that push.
I think there was everything wrong with that, because that man, actually, look at that. He got him right on the foot, and it was difficult. He lost his balance, and there was no way.
The guilty man got David Banda into a little bit of a quagmire there. Kwajo has picked it up again in the midfield, and now it's out on the left. Makgua Anan trying to look for some space to give the ball back, and he does find it. Now they've pushed far forward, and they've got the space to cross it as well. Kwame Desire Maloa changes the sides now, and a good one too on the left side. Here comes the cross now. The header is not on target, outside the field of play. He tends to think that the ball was already out of the field of play, but then he should have just let it roll out, Maui.
Well, that's the second time it's happening, but they weren't lucky second time around. Had to pick up a yellow card.
Defenders, and the first assistant referee, Theogene Dangujimana, says the offside.
Well, Bernard, this tournament, this championship actually would is beginning to look like tales of the unexpected. Tales of the unexpected, because coming into this tournament, you would expect, well, you wouldn't have expected teams like Burundi, Somalia, Kenya, Sudan to have fallen out of the running so quickly. And don't forget that Sudan, of course, has 2 very big club sides that have done well on the continent, Al Hilal and El Merreikh. One would expect them to really be up to it, but they went out in the very first round.
Changing times as well in the face of football. The cross executed here, and it's still in play as the Malawians reel back to try and get it out of the area. And again, I must insist that there are changing times in football. The teams that are expected not to be doing well are of course